Okay, this is Christopher Key reporting on the InfoWars National Opt-Out and Film Week. I flew out of Birmingham on Sunday, and I was hoping to have a pat-down so I could then have the officer arrested for sexual assault. That did not happen. Why that didn't happen is very interesting. In Birmingham, we do not have the full body scanners. We only have the metal detector. So to get the pat down, you have to set the metal detector off. So I made sure I had a roll of $10 worth of quarters in my pocket. I had my huge set of keys, and then I also had my camera pin that comes apart, which has a USB, which easily could have been a knife. I had all three of these things on my body. I go through the metal detector and it does not go off. It was very interesting because the officers, as I got up, began to talk to one another, go through the metal detector, it does not go off. I then proceed to go back out of security, come back through a second time through a second metal detector, and it still does not go off. 2 times through the metal detectors do not go off. I'm very puzzled. One of two things happened. The officers cut the metal detector off, or it was the metal detector did not go off because it did not detect the metal, which is very, very strange. It makes you wonder how secure we are. I then proceed to film the TSA agents. They get upset about it, call an officer over. He comes and informs me that they would like for me to stop. I inform him that I'm perfectly legal in my rights, First Amendment protected, to film these officers for the tyranny that they're doing. He tells me that yes, I can film them, that it is perfectly legal. They then proceed to quit doing the full body pat downs, which I thought was very interesting. I then leave Birmingham, get to Carolina. My plane has a random check of IDs, and I'm the one person chosen to do my luggage check, a random luggage check, even though I was filming the officers. Then get to Park City, Utah, fly back out, and they have the full body scans there. I make sure I have all my stuff in my pockets to make sure I set the metal detector off, or that they force me to go through the full body scanner. I cross over lines right in front of the TSA agent, which last time I did this, they told me I was opting out, and I had the full body scan. Did the same thing this time in Utah. The officer said absolutely nothing. He let me go into the metal detector. I go through it, and it does not set the metal detector off a third time, which is very, very strange. Get through the metal detector, begin to film the TSA agents in their intrusive pat downs, and they send another officer over to tell me to stop. I inform him again I'm perfectly legal in my rights. They get upset. The officer tells them I'm doing nothing wrong. I then go up to my plane, and they're doing a random ID check and baggage check again. I start asking the officer why they're doing this. You know, they've already checked the IDs downstairs. Why are they doing this a second time? This is not protecting us in any form of the fashion. Because I'm doing this, they then call up the officers. They back up the footage of me talking to the officer and tell them that, or tells me that looks like I'm implementing their intention and diverting them to allow somebody to get on the plane. So now I'm a person of interest, and that they're going to have to watch me until I get on my plane. I then proceed to talk to the officer, the TSA agent, and inform him that, you know, what they're doing is completely, totally unconstitutional. Just because it's their policy, it can't break the law, and it cannot break the Constitution of America. I let him know that if I had a policy at my place of business that we could kill anybody that walked through the door, the first time somebody walked through the door and we shot them, we would be arrested. That's the same thing with the TSA agent. When they assault you, that is a sexual assault, and it breaks the law, and it also breaks the Fourth Amendment right. He does not see it that way and tells me I need to go back and reread the Fourth Amendment. I do finally get on my plane with no incident and film all the guys, which you'll see. Get to Texas, in Dallas, Texas, they're not using the full body scanners, and it really bothers me. And I come up to the agent and ask him why they're not using these full body scanners, because it's supposed to be the #1 protection or the best way to catch a terrorist or to catch the liquid bombs. And he informs me that they're broken, which is really sad that here the full body scanners in Dallas, Texas are broken. So It was an eventful travel experience. Have some good footage that you'll be able to see. Please know your rights, know the Constitution, know that you can film these guys. Next time it happens to you, take it a step further and have these officers arrested for sexual assault. The best way to do that would be call 911 directly. Then there would be a record of the call. So if you have any questions, you can call me. Thank you very much.